My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. It is time for another challenge run. Now, the challenge run I have been provided is also a intended run in the game by itself. I believe we should be able to see it from here. Yes, it is an achievement in the game. Who needs relics? Beat the game with a single relic. And this has been suggested by Tree of Secrets, Nikita Lubin, BT Poke, and Mr. Grimgate. Thank you very much to each of you. Now, there also was another run very similar to this that was also suggested, which was the One Relic run by Devon Munn. And it was play as Ironclad, swap your opening relic, and then pick up no more relics for the rest of the run. I think instead of doing it with the additional difficulty, just because it's an achievement and it's kind of more important that I actually do eventually succeed at doing this, I'm instead going to be doing the one that was laid out by, again, Tree of Secrets, Nikita Lubin, BT Poke, and Mr. Grimgate, all of whom said a variation of get the achievement where you only win with one relic. So if we can only take one relic, then we've got the opening relic of the class. Which class is going to be more consistent without any extra relics? I actually think it's the Silent. Now, bear with me. The Ascension doesn't have to be on. Again, none of the people that I am directly taking this challenge from said anything about Ascension level, and it's probably a better idea we leave it off because, again, we do need to get this run done eventually. I think the Silent is going to be more prepared to be able to construct a complete defense using the powers, using Dex footwork, using Noxious Fumes, these kinds of things, be able to actually construct an entire defense as well as a reasonable offensive strategy. Whereas I think for the Ironclad, we're going to run into a lot of problems with there being only certain archetypes that can really win while they're on 3 energy, and that's degenerate attack archetypes, but as soon as someone puts a burn or a daze into your hand, you're dead, right? That's a clash, dual wield kind of archetype. An overly aggressive archetype. I think we're going to go with the Silent. We also have more ability to completely trivialize mana cost as a mechanic, which means we won't need relics that give us extra energy. Instead, we'll just play bullet time, or we'll play adrenaline, or we'll draw a bunch of cards and then concentrate, these kinds of things. While we could trade our starting relic for a random boss relic, it's entirely possible that screws us. That said, oh man, it should probably be max HP plus 7. Alright, let's go for this one. Now, I see a nice 2 elite path with a bunch of question marks on it. Ooh, and another one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has exactly no rests along the way. Or we have a shop rest, question mark, rest, question mark, question mark, question mark. I think we're going to go this path because we are going to want to upgrade a couple of our cards this floor, if at all possible. So for the majority of this is going to be kind of a much more standard kind of run. Because it is based around doing something the actual game wants me to get done. And I've got to have 100% completion in this game. Are you kidding me? There's nothing less I'm going to settle for. If I didn't need to do 100% completion in this game for the sake of just my own feelings, I probably wouldn't have finished the Ascension mode. Not after the 6 or 7 losses on Ironclad, but no, it was important to me, damn it. So's this achievement. Alright, finisher, backstab. I really like you. Ooh, do you want me? Do you want me to? That's a song. Alright, and backstab as well. I really like backstab. I haven't got any setup for finisher yet, and you usually want to set up for it. Alright. Fine. Ooh, upgrade 2 random cards at the cost of 15 HP. Sure, it got 2 blocks, but I'm gonna need blocks eventually. Or rather, I am actually going to continue to need blocks over the course of this entire thing. I know backstab does 11 damage before it's upgraded, so I knew that that was the play there as soon as I saw an 11 damage enemy, or 11 HP enemy. Outmaneuver and dodge and roll are both quite good. Since both of my defense have already been upgraded, and my next upgrade is going to be on neutralize, so all of these are defensive options, I'll take a more flexible, more aggressive option. It also will help offset the problem with all of the mana that we won't have. I almost immediately snap picked the Relic. That would have been dumb. Remove a card from my deck? Yeah. It's generally going to be a good option. I think I'm actually going to remove a defend first. Because if I remove a strike and then this is the goddamn Lagavulin, then I was going to be in a bad position. We're also going to need the regen potion over the course of this fight. We're going to be here for at least 5 turns, possibly a lot more than that. That outmaneuver last turn really paid off there. That's a pretty garbage turn. And now we're going to start getting Siphon Souled, which is going to make life real difficult. Got 2 strikes in the next hand. Is 6 damage right now more important? Or out? No, it's outmaneuver. The ability to play every single card in my hand is more important. Yeah, overall that gave me 7 more block as well as 5 more damage. Alright. After this next one, we are actually kind of boned, though. I'm gonna have to outmaneuver here. I need the damage. Yep. It's just really difficult when your strikes are dealing almost no damage to get this done. Lagavulin's just so much trouble to run up against this early. Happy Flower. Every 3 turns, gain an energy. I almost freaking picked that. God. My brain is broken. Cloak and Dagger versus Flying Knee. I'm gonna take the Flying Knee. Again, a way to mitigate the lack of energy that we're gonna have. Okay, footwork. It's 1000% footwork. Easily done. I almost tried to purchase a goddamn relic here. You can see a trend, can't you? I'm dumb. As much as I do like finesse, I'm gonna take it. What, did you think I was gonna not take it? I just said I like it. We'll take that. You have to pass up the relic again. Oh. Why am I fighting elites if I'm not taking relics? I'm not gonna fight this elite directly ahead of me. Okay, by accepting 1 damage here, I give myself so much more opportunity next turn. Absolutely beautiful. Three strikes, although I'm weakened. I need... Hey, there we go. There's the 4th strike. We don't have enough mana manipulation to take advantage of choke, and prepared plus 9 damage and 1 mana aren't really cards that I want to put in my deck. I can't go to that shop. Damn it. Really wanted to go to that shop. It's fine. The enemy is going to be exactly 1 HP above splitting. That's all I needed to worry about. I wanted to make sure the enemy was as low on HP as possible when it decided to split. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's get a Malaise and a Caltrops. I don't want to take any of these. We've already got an outmaneuver. I don't need another. Upgrade the Neutralize, as I wanted too much earlier. These could be an annoyance. Alright, I'm not going to use the outmaneuver this turn. I'm assuming my next turn is just going to be strike and then defend. Yeah. Well, it was going to be until I had a reasonable opportunity to try and kill this funky beast. And now it's strike and offhand. Nope. Closest here would be Deadly Poison, but I don't feel good about that yet. Deck isn't thin enough to use Deadly Poison as my only source of poison. The boss of this floor is actually going to be garbage. I'm going to have to rest. I'm pretty sure I would die otherwise to this boss. Just the opening attacks are very, 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 very... End of sentence. Alright. Yeah, card draw lowered. Beautiful. Look at all this armor I have when you're not attacking. And how little I have when you are. Good gosh. Good thing I rested, otherwise I would be dead. Yeah. I don't even know if it's possible for us to kill at this point. Like, I do have to split you next turn rather than this turn. We'll see, but I don't have AoE, so it's going to be real rough to try and take some of these cretinous folk down. Okay. I mean, this is fine. Yeah, all it would take at that point was two of them to attack on the same turn, and then there's not really that much I can do anymore. I can block all damage, and now I'm weakened, so I have a lot more difficulty doing anything else. Ooh. It's gonna take 3 strikes to kill the backliner at this rate. Beautiful. We actually did manage to thin the field down a little bit. As long as we don't have a really, really bad draw, maybe we can do this. Gotta prevent ongoing weakness. Getting a lot of wounds in our decks these days. Beauty. Now it's just you, and I'm dead. Mm-hmm. Even with the weakness there. Good goddamn. Alright, alright, alright. Let's try that again. Lose all nope. Almost. Almost, game. Sniping enemies out is pretty good, but obtaining a random rare card... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, shit! Let's try and make a grand finale deck, y'all. Alright, there's 2 question marks on that side, 2 shops. No, 1 shop on that side. No, it's this way all the way. Alright. Now, shops always carry... at least 1 relic. Sorry, at least 1 relic. What am I talking about? At least 1 power. And since we can't take relics, the opportunity to buy relics from shops and spend our money using that is severely limited. I've screwed that up entirely. I'm trying to say that there is nothing else for us to spend our money on except for cards and potions. So I'm going to try and hit up every shop and look for powers to purchase. Specifically at the top of my list, because of the cards that I currently have, are things that will work with Grand Finale, like Variable Draw. So Tools of the Trade is a nice pickup. Another really nice pickup would be the Well-Laid Plan, so I can keep the Grand Finale in hand. I'm going to take a Die. Solid AoE pickup. Couldn't draw the Die. I called it a solid AoE pickup. If I really wanted to, I could have just relied on drawing Die next turn, which I didn't do. Good thing I didn't rely on that. We got him. Expertise is really good. Expertise is really good because it's a variable draw card that I was talking about before. I was talking about that when I was talking about powers. There are no powers that I'm aware of that are variable draw, except for having Tools of the Trade and a Reflex in your deck and deciding whether or not to discard it. But this is true variable draw in I can choose how many cards it draws for me. If I want it to draw 6, I exhaust my entire hand and then I play it. If I want it to draw 1, I play it when it's the 6th card in my hand. That's going to allow me a lot of the time to engineer a turn where I do get to play Grand Finale. We do have a shop in 2 spaces, so I'm going to take this down. Alright, I do want Dark Shackles. I don't want Endless Agony. Agony, rather. Okay, good thing we didn't get the Nightmare there. That really wouldn't have worked for us. Alright, fine. We'll take the Dark Shackles. I also would have taken Neutralize if it was available, if I had known where it was. There's the Well-Laid Plans we were looking for, so that's good. Here's a nice draw cards as well. I almost picked a Relic. I'm that dumb. I'm actually that dumb. I got here and I was like, ooh, I'd really like the tool. Ooh, that's a 30 gold bonus. So it's only 120. I'm a garbage man. I'm a garbage man at this video game. Toot toot, this is my garbage van. Usually they have trucks. All right, let's... Why am I fighting an elite? Actually, it's not horrible to fight an elite, to be fair. I'm not opening up with this, so... I was looking for my powers, ability to retain. Okay. Unfortunately, I do have to wake the enemy up this turn. There's no better turn to do it. So I draw 5 now. Unfortunately, 6 puts me down. Is there any way to draw 6 cards this turn? If I Survivor a strike, I have a 4-card hand. I play Expertise. It draws 3. And I play Acrobatics. It draws 3 and discards 1. But then, unfortunately, I think you'll find, viewer, that by that point I will have played 3 energy already. There's no other draw cards in my deck, so I can't play Grand Finale this shuffle right now. No, I can. I play Expertise, and then I just play it next shuffle. There we go. I was too focused around trying to get it that turn. There's a Grand Finale. It's going to be difficult to engineer another perfect situation for a Grand Finale, so I am actually going to start using my attacks. It's not that pleasing that I got Dark Shackles on the wrong turn. Oh, cool. We neutralize Expertise, draw 2 cards. Grand Finale. Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a... No! Ryan! What do you do? You wanna? I think I wanna. All right, we'll take that, and we'll also smith first the well-laid plans so that we can hold both of them. I don't want to find a relic. This goes against everything I feel with my heart. It is so difficult for me to not just immediately pick up these relics. As much as I like joking around and saying, oh, stupid, dumb, blah, 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 blah. It is worth noting that when you have literal hundreds of hours of experience telling you to do one specific thing when you see a relic, it's really hard to just unlearn that muscle memory over the course of a couple seconds. Is there another one draw? There's not a one draw in there. Damn. Ah, crumbs. We need like a backflip in this deck as well. Hello, backflip. Well, all our AoE is already sorted. I mean, we have the ever so consistent grand finale. There we go. No, I didn't need to check the name of it. You did? It's a bad lie. Not a good lie. Ooh, We're not going back through the deck for the Dark Shackles. If I discard this, then I can actually draw a whole new hand. And still not have the energy to cast Grand Finale. God damn it, I'd really like an extra energy. I know that if I traded my opening relic, by the way, that I might have gotten an energy relic, but I also may not have. So, like, it's not that clear cut. I'll take a Predator because it's a really nice hit. I'll also upgrade Expertise so that I can use it to fuddle around with the numbers of cards in my hand not much more easily. I want to take Mind Blast and remove a card, but in lieu of being able to do both, I'm just going to remove a card. Since I have variable draw in my deck, it's very difficult to go, okay, if I open up like this, I'll have this by this turn, this by this turn, and this by this turn. But the smaller the deck gets, the much easier it is to do that. So I think it's our duty to just make the deck smaller and smaller and smaller until we can. Pretty much the best opening I think I could have had there. Not particularly pleased that well-laid plans is so much on the bottom of my deck. I really like it right then. It would have been super helpful. No, I don't want to chunk up my deck with pretty much anything except for the grand finales. This boss. Well, look, we do have to Smith Neutralize eventually, and having weakness applied on the turns where this boss starts multi-attack is pretty important. Just gonna open with all damage there. I'm also actually gonna throw a Poison Potion because this is gonna be a rough fight for us. Oh, Dark Shackles is perfect pickup here. Okay. Let's take Grand Finale in a defense. The idea is that Grand Finale is going to be the majority of my damage. Now I draw 7 here. Drawing another 3 with the Acrobatics enables me to use both of the Grand Finales here. Beautiful. My Retain is actually going to be the 2 sources of draw so that I can try to engineer 2 turns from now another Grand Finale. So this means I'll draw 7 next turn. If I use expertise right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll draw 2. If I Predator first, I'll draw 3 from the expertise. And I'll be down to... No, it's wrong. Wrong amount. Damn. There is an acrobatics in there. So I can rely on acrobatics possibly doing 3, which means that there's 8 left that I need to deal with. But even expertising first isn't good for that. Oh. I backflip, I go down to 9. And my hand size becomes 7 without the expertise. So I expertise and I draw 1. So I go down to 8. And then I draw 5. Hopefully one of them is the acrobatics. If I draw acrobatics this turn, I'm just boned. Now I need to draw the acrobatics in my next hand. Five and 8 chance. Let's go. There's the acrobatics. That was pretty cool. I think that was pretty cool, personally. It is not that easy to figure out the exact right series of plays, though. I'll admit that much freely. The smaller the deck, the much easier my life would be right now. Bullet time. Bullet time works in well-laid plans. It works in a high draw deck. It works in so many different things that we currently have active. I can't take Relic. Can't take Relics. I need to make a sign for myself. Just stick it under my eyelids, facing my eyeball. Cannot take Relics. GD idiot. I need bullet time to be upgraded so that I can use my draw cards before it. You can see what happens when it isn't. There is a backflip in that. If I draw the backflip at the right time, I'll... That's right. I'll be fine. So to 5 and 7, let's go. Draw backflip. We got it. Hell yeah. Dagger Throw is actually a variable draw if I just play or do not play it. It's a 1 extra. Alright. I'm almost certainly going to be playing Predator here. Predator draws 7 next turn, means there'll be 7 left in the deck, which means I'm probably setting up for a turn after that as well. I may use the Ancient Artifact here to prevent the frailty that's about to be implied. Convicted. I'm playing Dark Shackles anyway, just to get rid of a charge of artifacting. Yeah, that hand never works. So what's the best that I can do here? I already fucked it up. If I needed to play Expertise before I used the Dark Shackle there, that would have been the correct order. Then I would have been able to draw 2 cards, and I would have just been able to have my last 5 cards be Grand Finale, whatever. I don't want to have to shuffle through a whole nother deck to get there and rely on these. So I'm going to retain those two. Let's give myself a good next turn. That'll do. Still taking a lot of damage there that I'm not that pleased about. Ugh. I could have used an explosive potion there. Finish it just a little earlier. Yeah, it would have been a waste. Would have just saved me 1 HP. Well-laid plans copy the second? No. And not backstab. Flash of Steel is good, though. Variable draw, just play it or don't, and it costs 0. No reason not to take that. Alright, time to move past. Become cursed with... That would be a Relic. One of these days. One of these days. I'm going to accidentally pick a Relic right before the final boss, and I'm going to cry. I'm actually just going to go for as many upgrades as possible, so I'm ignoring pretty much everything else. Probably don't want to draw into that again. So even though it's not protecting me this turn, I just did that. I also could have used the artifacting potion right here, and that would have been a clever move to do, which is why I didn't do it. Yeah, there's the 2 grand finales I can't use. Great, good to see him. If I'd only drawn Flash of Steel instead of one of these cards, I would have been able to use both of my grand finales. Alright. I'm gonna have to rest. Ooh, that's a good bullet time opportunity. Okay, 1, 2... I can't play Expertise. I needed to use the Survivor to discard something else, because now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 cards left, which I'll draw. Yeah, too many. I can play one of my grand finales by using Defend. Oh no, I can play all of them, of course. I just played the bullet time last. My bad. Funnily enough, prepared is actually variable draw. I could have taken that easily. Time to upgrade this die. Ancient Tea Set. Skip. My heart rate. Full stop. Right. There we go. Well-laid plans. Flash of Steel. Neutralize. Actually, we'll use the energy potion here. Block another 5. Okay. Definitely Predator, definitely Strike. I'll keep the Expertise. And the Dark Shackles. So they can manipulate the amount of damage done next turn. So I need to draw 4 here. I have a pretty easy option for drawing 3. That's backflip, Flash of Steel. But if I go for this... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flash of Steel draws 1. Strike, Expertise. I really wanted to get to the point that I could use the bullet time at the very end of that whole chain, but it didn't really seem available to me. Okay. Just gonna Expertise there and then bullet time. There's no reason not to right now. Oh, and that's a variable draw case again. Beautiful. That's an upgraded footwork. Hell yes. Of course I'm gonna take that. Well-laid plans. How did I weaken you for 2 turns? And here I'm actually gonna retain a survivor and a block. No, the next turn they're very likely to go for the triple... Sorry, the weaken. Yeah, and they are. Cool. As long as my next hand has the Flash of Steel in it, we're fine. But that does mean I can't play any of this next turn. Come on. Flash of Steel, please. Really? The bottom card of my deck is the Flash of Steel. Great. Thanks for that, video game. You're right, dick. One in 6. Completely boned. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, never mind. We're fine. Whee! Blow him up. I love it. There was another person recently who was telling me, you know, challenge run, make a deck that uses Grand Finale. I think I might roll that one in here, right? Especially because Grand Finale is a legendary, so you can't always just set out to start a run that use Grand Finale, because sometimes you just don't get one. Yeah, none of those are really worth my time there, though. This drawing 3 cards has been super useful, because this draws 1, draws 2, draws 3. So I've got a variable set. If I upgrade this so that it draws 4, I think a lot more of the time I won't be able to use it. I think I need to upgrade these Grand Finales. Because our whole game plan is just get to play one of them. I can't take it. Is just to get to play one of them. None of that. Actually, we'll take the Dex Potion. And here I'm probably going to rest, right? Who's the boss? Yeah, we'll rest. It's going to be difficult to set up our combo against this boss. There we go. I just wanted to get to the point that I would be able to keep. So that I can keep the die for this upcoming turn. Okay. I can't play Predator this turn. But I can play everything else. And both of you are dead next turn to the Grand Finales. So I'll just throw that at the back line. We'll hold both of the Grand Finales, and then next turn, boom. Good Dark Shackles there. Could try and set myself up. Play Expertise here, draw 5 cards. Yeah. The faster I set myself back up, the better off I am, I believe. There's no way I can draw the right amount here, unfortunately, though. Oh well. Let's hold both of these. Get weakened and Giganta hit. There it is, the start of the Giganta hits. Okay, we have a few outs there in that next hand. The best of which is drawing acrobatics in our opening. Beautiful, we got it. Hell yes! Alright. 50 more damage, eh? Don't mind if I try to do. Flash of Steel, acrobatics, and then just drop the grand finale. Alright. No. None of this. None of them either. Oh, so tantalizing. The Cursed Crystal, come on. We should remove another card from our deck and then start dodging elites as best we can. This is the only path I can see so far that has no elite. No, there's no elites, 3 rests, and a couple question marks, and a shop as well. All right, we're going in this path. Sure. And I'll hold these two. Don't need to overblock for that turn, just need to be prepared. Shit. Didn't think about that burn. Since that burn's been put in my deck, I won't be able to activate my grand finales. I really should have been thinking about that, that's my bad. Try and set myself up next turn. Now, some of you would argue, Rhapsody, you definitely don't need to be keeping both grand finales, considering one would kill. And to that, I would say, oh yeah. Alright, I'm going to save myself some damage here and just throw the Explosive Potion. Picks up an Ancient Potion immediately thereafter. I did want a Malaise in this deck. Who's my final boss's floor? Yeah, that's probably a good idea to have a Malaise in my deck against this guy. It's gonna be a little difficult to find the right time to fight for a Relic. I don't think so. You almost made me do it again. God, I'm just too easy. All right, there we go. This should be a good setup. No, we still don't. Yeah, we do have Flash of Steel in there. Okay. I thought we had. And it's the bottom card of the... It's the only position I didn't want it to be in. The bottom card of the deck right there. So, you know, that's where it had to be, of course. Acrobatics. Nope, that's an expertise. Acrobatics is in the bottom of the deck again, so that's good. Take a little bit of damage here, but then I'll just kill them next turn. Ugh. One thing I'm not used to is healing between turns, and that just happened to us. That is to say, between floors. Good God, that feels good to have happen. We'll drop an Ancient for a week, and we'll take the second Footwork. Now, I do realize that the boss gets 2 strength every single time I play a skill, but the 3 decks that we get from Footwork is going to be super helpful on the approach, but it's also 1 greater than the amount of strength he gets. So as long as we play 1 defensive card each turn, we still end up out ahead. And I've just remembered that he has multi-attacks, so no, we don't. That's a false thing that I just said, a complete fabrication. Flip. I'm gonna use Dex Potion this fight. Alright, well now I'm fully defended. Let's keep that and that. Have them laze around for when someone actually decides to start doing some AoE damage. Rather some multi-attack damage. My apologies again for remembering the name of the thing that I thought I was talking about. Never mind, we've got 2 grand finales coming out next turn. We'll be fine, I think. Oh, there we were. We were. Beautiful. Apotheosis. Ooh. Apotheosis would be nice. As much as I want it, I can't take it, so no reason to fret. While Purity would be nice, I really don't want to have to play it in a mid-fight. I don't really know if I would have time to. So, let's go with that. We don't really discard cards, so Viscerate's probably not a great pickup for us either. All right, another Smith. The Dark Shackles is going to be really good at 1 specific point in the upcoming fight. We'll lose 1 defend, obviously, rather than Footwork Plus or a Grand Finale. The defensive cards are probably ones that I'd really mostly benefit from upgrading, because the attack cards, I mean, the Grand Finales are going to do all the damage, and they're already doing 40 and 50. Yeah, no, I should be upgrading my defensive cards. That's my bad. I'll do that, and then I'll do Survivor. This is a Relic I can't take. I gotta make sure I don't take it. It's real difficult not to. I'm not teasing. It actually really is. Probably not a good idea. Another Relic I can't take. I really don't like that I had no option to just take nothing against that previous event, because that would have been the correct choice for me, at least. Okay. Really, unfortunately, couldn't hold on to any of those. Oh, gosh. There's your Dark Shackles. I'd love to hold on to that Grand Finale, but again, do want to weaken the enemy as much as possible and not take that much damage here. Can I draw 7 cards? I can, as long as I draw the backflip. Let's go. 2 cards of the deck, because of course it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? It's something I desperately needed at that one time, so of course it's one of the bottom 2 cards of the deck. Set ourselves up with a ridiculous turn regardless. Right, can I draw 7 cards with this hand? The answer is not really. Can I draw one with the upcoming hand? Almost certainly not, right? Yeah, certainly not. So these grand finales aren't going to do anything this turn or next turn. That's what we've just solved. So as a result, I'm actually going to take my cycle and I'm going to take my damage. Oh, wait a second. If I don't play that Predator this turn, we get to play both of our grand finales next turn. There we go. Woo! All right. Dex Potion is a great pickup before the final fight. We do just want those Dex Potions to be available to us. Alright, we'll hold both. We do just want those Dex Potions in the final fight so that we can just completely defend without having to rely on the footwork. We're definitely using die here. It's just, how do I engineer 10 draw? I have one obvious option, which is backflip and use acrobatics this turn. And then just hold both of the grand finales. Then I just need this Flash of Steel, and beautiful. Worked out pretty well right there, I feel. Now just show me Predator or Strike or whatever. Beautiful. Again, we'll skip that. We are going to have to rest here because we are a little under the weather. Enemy gains 2 strength, but I gain 3 dex. As long as the enemy's not doing multi-attacks, that's a good thing for me. I'm probably going to have to clear both of these cultists up with AoE. Did it have to be the strike? That's exactly the thing I didn't want. Just saying. Gosh. Alright, a 3 hit for that malaise is probably going to be highest that we get to do. Yeah, even backflip acrobatics doesn't get me the right amount of cards this time. Fine, you know what? I'm holding on to both of these. I'm going to try and cycle through the next deck as fast as possible. Because if I don't, I'm boned. Weaken one of you. Draw 7 next turn. We have 5 on the bottom of the deck. Oh, this is not good. We've got acrobatics and backflip will get us there. But then what are we going to do? This should draw 3, despite the fact I don't have space in my hand for 3, right? No, but at least one of them was Flash of Steel, so I'll still be able to play it. Then, grand finale. At least I don't have to deal with the other ones anymore, so there is a possibility that this still works out. Not a great one, though. I'll admit that much. Definitely not a great chance here. Yeah, we're dead. That's really unfortunate. One more defensive card, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more defensive card in his hand, and we would have actually been fine. Keep, and we're dead. I'm pretty sure that that was how that was going, regardless of whether or not I played those two footworks. Every time I'm in a fight like that, I'm trying to think, is it more important that I play this, get it out of my deck and get the benefit from it, or meter against what the opponent's going to do? That's obviously very clear and straightforward when you're playing against the Gremlin Knob on floor 1. But it's much less clear and obvious when you're playing on the final floor against the final boss and there's 2 extra enemies on the field and they compound, they have a bunch of different attacks rather than just Skull Bash and Giant Strike. I'm just trying to think, the defenses that we played over the course of that fight, I feel like matched oftentimes the damage output from the final line. There was one multi-attack that the final line did, I think, and the rest of them were single big hits. So as long as I played a defense every turn against the single big hits, I was actually getting more from my defense than they were getting from their strength. I think unfortunately we just got kind of screwed on the first go through, not being able to pick up, or rather not being able to use a grand finale. If we could have engineered a grand finale usage on the first go through, we would have been able to mitigate a lot of damage from the cultists. But if we also just threw everything at one of the cultists, like strikes and predators, we weren't going to be able to kill a cultist in time before the other one was really deadly. We did kind of have to rely on the grand finale to take those down. We just didn't, unfortunately, hit it at the right time. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. That has been an attempt at the One Relic Challenge. Not the one by Devon Munn, but the one by Tree of Secrets. Nikita Lupin, BT Poke, and Grimgate. Mr. Grimgate, that is. I'm going to have to try this one again, because obviously there's an achievement tied to it. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time for the Daily.